The woman was bored after being trapped inside an elevator, so she ended up having an intimate encounter with a stranger inside. But she never expected that after one passionate night, the man would reveal a terrifying truth. He was not an employee of the building at all, but merely a security guard stationed at the entrance. Even more disturbing was that his phone was filled with secret recordings containing information about Micelle. It turned out that Anders saw Micelle coming and going from work every day, and over time he developed an intense obsession with her. He desperately wanted to win the heart of the woman he considered his dream girl. That Friday night, it was Anders who deliberately shut down the elevator and created the situation where the two of them became trapped together. Everything was simply part of his plan to create an opportunity to get close to her. After hearing this, Micelle completely broke down. She lost control of her emotions and immediately told Anders that once they escaped, she would call the police and have him sent to prison. The two then began struggling during a heated argument. In the chaos, Micelle accidentally kicked and broke the only key they had. Now, they had completely lost their chance to escape and were trapped inside the sealed metal elevator. The story took place late at night, one day before Valentine's Day, inside an office building in downtown New York City. Most of the employees had already left for home, leaving only Micelle behind as she worked overtime. She was holding a Valentine's Day gift she had prepared for her ex-boyfriend, still hoping that they could repair their broken relationship. Just as she stepped into the elevator, Anders, dressed in a dark suit, also walked inside. He took the initiative to start a conversation with Micelle, saying that he had just finished work as well. A few simple exchanges quickly brought the two of them closer. The elevator was originally descending normally, but when it reached the middle floors of the building, it suddenly stopped without warning. The lights instantly dimmed, and all the floor buttons stopped working. Since the next day was Saturday, all the other employees had already left. They became the only two people remaining inside the entire building. Michelle's first reaction was panic. She tried using the security camera to call for help, desperately slammed on the elevator doors, and even stepped on Anders' shoulders to reach the ceiling, hoping to find an escape route. But the top of the elevator was unusually strong, and all of her attempts ended in failure. As time slowly passed, the two began opening up to each other. Before long, their conversations became increasingly personal, moving from work to relationships, and eventually to topics between men and women. The small enclosed space, dim lighting, and the effects of alcohol quickly intensified the atmosphere. In the end, they crossed the line, leading to the scene that happened at the beginning of the story. Afterward, Anders mistakenly believed that he had finally won Michelle's heart, but in Michelle's eyes, it was nothing more than an emotional release after a breakdown. She was still thinking about her ex-boyfriend, and clearly told Anders that after leaving this place, they should pretend nothing had happened. To her, everything from the previous night was just a dream, and the phrase "it was just a fling" completely became the trigger for the tragedy that followed. Seeing the woman he loved act so coldly, Anders decided to stop pretending. He admitted that he was not a company employee at all, but only an ordinary security guard in the office building. In fact, he had secretly admired Micelle for a long time, but because of the huge difference in their social status, he was afraid of being rejected and never dared to confess his feelings. As for the elevator incident, it was not an accident at all. It was something he had carefully planned.